Good evening, trivia fans, movie buffs, and everybody else just stuck at home. This is your movie quiz for Wednesday, January 27th, 2021. Here we go. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the movie quiz, part of the Trivia List network of games. I am your host, Chris Mann Nelson, and in just a few minutes, I will be asking you 4 rounds of movie-themed questions. This is a totally live, interactive game show. We're broadcasting currently on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. If you are watching on any of those and not on our website, on our gameplay website, get in the game. Do it. Head to this website here, tmq.thetrivialist.com, and you can enter into the game. Once you're on that page, you'll just have to enter your email and your team name, and that's it. You're in. You're one of the players of tonight's game. I will say I encourage you to play with friends, but if you're playing remotely, make a designated answerer. Just have one person be your person who's going to enter the submission so that we know who to expect. Okay, so you will also see on that page a tip jar, a virtual tip jar. The movie quiz is a totally free game. It's just an at-home quarantine game. We want to keep it totally free to play. But it helps to, if you throw a couple bucks our way, helps us with some of the costs that it costs that we incur to run the show. There's a Venmo and a credit card option for you. So playing along with everybody tonight, I've got a really good special guest, really excited. He is a performer and teacher at the UCB Theater, the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. He was a writer on Broad City, and he's also the writer and co-director of the upcoming Audible original series Hit Job. Please welcome to the movie quiz your guest tonight, Achilles Stamatelaky. Achilles,
hey, you nailed that pronunciation of my last name.
Did I? You know, I meant to just double check. I meant to double check, but I thought I had it, and I'm glad I got.
Yeah,
I'm glad I nailed it. So how you doing, Achilles?
I'm good. Yeah, it sounds like you've been pronouncing it for your entire life.
I've been practicing. I've been practicing in secret all the time. So while we get everybody trickling in to sign up for on tmq.thetrivialist.com to play the game, Achilles, I want to talk to you about. There's something I want to discuss in our communications leading up to the show. You said that your favorite movies are Star Wars. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm boring like that.
Yeah, me too. But I want to get your. I really want to know what your thoughts on the sequel trilogy are.
I thought it was it was a good college try, but ultimately like a missed opportunity. I actually think maybe I'll get some hate for this, but I thought like The Last Jedi is one of the best Star Wars movies.
Oh, I agree.
Because I think the people who hate it are like Star Wars can only fit into this box, but like Last Jedi is like, no, actually we're going to expand the box a little bit. Like we're going to be creative.
I really loved the idea of ditching like the whole bloodlines idea, like having Rey just be her. That was it. That was, and then then just like a small segment of chirping fanboys freaked out the entire machine at Disney. And they were just like, no, she's who's left? She can't be a Skywalker. She's Palpatine.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for a 14-month-old movie. But,
that was my same exact feeling on it. It was like it was fan service to the point where like, they listened to the hate so much that it like led to them making really just weird decisions that didn't make sense.
So weird, and nothing culminate. Like it didn't pay anything off. Like I've heard lots of people pointing out that like they set up this whole arc for Finn to be like he was a stormtrooper, he gets away from the stormtroopers. He learns in Jedi to be more involved, like to really put his heart into the effort. And then that it was building towards him leading a stormtrooper revolt. Because like you set it up in The Last Jedi that the resistance is decimated. They're down to like their last like 15 people. And then, but where are they going to get people? According to Rise of Skywalker, just Lando found just like a bunch of people hanging out who for some reason didn't answer their calls in Last Jedi or earlier in Episode 9.
Yeah, this is the Colin Trevorrow version, right? Like the original director that left because like he didn't like
right. That's right. I forget. I read the Trevorrow what the draft. Was it a draft or just a treatment that paid things off a little better. Mm-hmm. There were some weird choices in that one too, but I really like that. I thought it was much better. And also, you called out Indiana Jones as one of your favorites too, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on this alleged fifth film?
I don't know how they're gonna do it because like Harrison Ford is so old.
He's
like
so
how do they?
Now.
Because like part of the fun of Indiana Jones is that he's like running around everywhere, being an adventurer, and like,
and now he's just like somebody pointed out when even Crystal Skull is now 13 years old. Yeah, like even like old Indiana Jones is 13 years ago. Someone pointed out that like the fun is no one cares about the character of Indiana Jones. He is the hat and the jacket and the whip, and he's your avatar into he's your way into having fun with these adventures. And they were like, if you really cared about the character, then would you ever have an Indiana Jones movie where he didn't put on the iconic stuff? Like he is that. So yes, I agree. Like an 80-year-old, and Harrison Ford's in amazing shape, but Jane says they care about the character of Indiana Jones.
I love that comment. I care about him. I was saying Boo Earns. I saw like this was like maybe 10 years ago. I was like walking in New York. I was walking on Bleecker Street and like 6th Avenue, I think. And just walking, minding my own business, and I see Harrison Ford by himself hailing a cab, and I had to stop because I had to stop and like sit down, and I had to like watch him like it was almost like, oh my God, there's like a lion out in the savannah, just because it's like, oh, this is he's literally in every single movie that I love growing up. And there he is. He's just doing this like normal thing. He's just like hailing a cab. Yeah.
I almost it is really weird to see, and you get this a lot in the city, but like just famous people just doing things. Like I almost got clipped by Woody Harrelson on a bike when he like flew through a red light. And he like made some like whooping noise as he went through. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Mitt Romney's test asked, "Did you rub your eyes exaggeratedly, Achilles?" All right, I think we're gonna get the game underway here. We got 16 teams. It should be a good field of players. So everybody, we're going into in-game mode. You will see now the website changes a little bit. You'll see your answer fields show up. Your questions will also show up right there under the Twitch feed. A couple ground rules to keep everything fair. No Googling, no IMDbing, or any kind of online cheating. And that includes refrain from throwing out answers into the Twitch chat, because then you're just giving free answers away. Play with friends. Number 2, play with friends, but try to keep your team size to something reasonable, like 4 or 5 people over a Zoom. 3, spelling is loose. There's a grading software that will catch any misspelling, so don't worry about it. Unless I otherwise tell you it has to be specific. And generally, this is a movie-specific show, so if the answer is a movie that's a part of a series, I need you to be specific, right? So if the answer was Return of the Jedi, you can't just put Star Wars. Okay, so if it's a sequel, generally, I'll tell you if generality is fine, but otherwise, I need specificity. So for your first round, Achilles, if I'm not mistaken, aside from those movies, you're also a Beatles fan, right?
Yes, I am.
You are. Yes. Okay.
I'm a huge Beatles fan.
So for your first round tonight is going to be all Beatles on film. Beatles at the movies is going to be your first round of the game. All right. So let's get started with our first question of the night. Number one, this film featured the music and animated likenesses of the Beatles, but recast all of their speaking voices. This film featured the music and animated likenesses of the Beatles, but recast all of their speaking voices. You also see we got a timer. Timer starts. I try to adjust for the lag in Twitch. I'm a little bit ahead of everybody. All right.
So this is the. Do we discuss now? We can discuss.
Yes. Once the timer runs out.
Okay. After the timer runs out. You see, I'm so excited to talk about this.
This is. I'll just reveal the answer. Most people got it right. It's Yellow Submarine. Yellow Submarine. You had something to say about it, Achilles?
No, I was gonna say it's like it's not the Yellow Submarine album is usually not like considered like a proper Beatles album because it's like half of it is like a hodgepodge of
it's just like stuff that music from the movie. There's a lot of weird. They have so many weird movies. I tried to dig into it. Let's find out. Let's see what else we ended up with. This next one's a multiple choice question. Richard Lester, the director of the Beatle flicks A Hard Day's Night and Help, also directed which Beatle in his only non-musical role as Private Gripweed in the anti-war satire How I Won the War? Which Beatle was in it? Richard Lester, the director of A Hard Day's Night and Help, also directed which Beatle in his only non-musical role as Private Gripweed in the anti-war satire How I Won the War?
This isn't going to be helpful, but I feel like Richard Lester also directed one of the Superman movies.
He directed, yes. I was going to mention this. Thank you, Achilles. He actually directed 1.5 of the Superman movies. Richard Donner did the first one, and they were shooting the second one simultaneously. And the who was it? I forget the DeVenturas, whatever the producers. They
De Laurentiis. Yeah.
They fired Donner, brought in Richard Lester, who is like a slapstick. He's great, but he's like a slapstick guy. He made the rest of Superman 2 really silly, and then just went like so. Superman 2 is like a fusion of Lester and Donner, and then Superman 3 is just pure Lester, like silly weirdness. So this was, if you look, they were all the Beatles that you could describe as anti-war, but one, I think maybe more than the other. It's John Lennon. He was in this one Richard Lester movie. All right. Question number 3, also multiple choice. What popular band of the 2000s took their name from a song performed in 1967's Magical Mystery Tour movie? What popular band of the 2000s took their name from a song performed in 1967's Magical Mystery Tour movie? A TV movie.
I think I know this.
I will say.
I think I know it.
You got it. You did get it right. I should point out also for everyone, Achilles and everyone else, you can change your answer before time runs out. So that's why I try to not tell the guest if you got it wrong, because then you could backtrack. All right. So this was a song performed by the Bonzo Dog Band. It's Death Cab for Cutie. Death Cab for Cutie. A lot of people said Arctic Monkeys. Almost half said Arctic Monkeys.
Nobody said Vampire Weekend.
Did anybody say it? Nobody.
It's at 0%.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. That was probably the worst fake out. Number 4, the Fab Four have also been the subjects of multiple documentaries, including what film that chronicled the making of their penultimate album that shares the same name and culminates in a famous rooftop concert. Name the movie. It's the same name as the album. This one
kind of badass to like just start playing music on.
They did it completely just out of nowhere. And did you know? Actually, let me share this. I don't want to say what I'm going to say because it'll give clues to another answer. Oh, hang on, Achilles, you could help me answer this. Jane says, "Isn't it their ultimate album? I believe it was made last but released before Abbey Road."
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're. So,
it was released last, but
yeah.
made before Abbey Road. Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, it's either the penultimate one that they made or the one that they released. It's Let It Be. Let It Be. All right, number 5. Decades later, in 2016, a doc about their early 60s touring years entitled The Beatles 8 Days a Week was compiled by what Oscar-winning director? What director made this movie 5 years ago? 5 teams have gotten it so far. Nicely done. This one was a little bit purposely tricky because Martin Scorsese made a George Harrison doc, and Peter Jackson. This was the anecdote I was going to say. Peter Jackson has a new movie coming out later this year that's like a revisiting of Let It Be called Get Back, which is like recontextualizes the acrimonious production of it. So that's coming out later this year. But this doc that I'm talking about was directed by Ron Howard. 31% of you guys got it right. Nicely done. All right, number 6. Actor Gary Bakewell played Paul McCartney in 2 different films, The Linda McCartney Story and what other biopic chronicling the band's early days in Hamburg, Germany? Is it Nowhere Boy, Two of Us, Backbeat, or The Hours and the Times? Actor Gary Bakewell played Paul McCartney in 2 different films, The Linda McCartney Story and what biopic about their early days in Hamburg?
This one I don't know. I'm just gonna guess here. Take a stab at it.
Well, this is another one where I threw out. These are all Beatles biopics. All of these are in some capacity. But the movie about their days in Hamburg is Backbeat. Backbeat is the answer. You got it, Achilles.
I got it. I figured it wasn't Nowhere Boy and Two of Us because Nowhere Boy was the John Lennon specific one, and then they were teenagers, and then Two of Us was like after later. They had left. Yeah.
Hours of the Times. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I think it was like a made for BBC movie or something. There's a lot of TV movies about them, including the Linda McCartney Story, which I think is like VH1. All right, question number 7. What 2001 Sean Penn movie has a soundtrack that's made up entirely of Beatles covers? What 2001 Sean Penn movie has a soundtrack that's made up entirely of Beatles covers? Achilles, you were quick on that one.
Well, what's interesting about this is I haven't seen the movie. I know of the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I have listened to the soundtrack.
Yeah, I worked in a corporate record store, not like a cool record store.
Not like an indie record store.
That doesn't exist anymore, but they played this soundtrack constantly. It was like Fiona Apple and I think Eddie Vedder doing Beatles songs. It was I Am Sam. I Am Sam it was not Coconuts. It wasn't Coconuts or Tower. I wish I was making Tower.
Towers for corporate record stores. Tower has some cool cachet.
Tower was so elaborate. Did you ever go to the Tower Records on 66th Street? It was like 5 levels and it was like an Escher painting. It was like so involved. All right, question number 8 in your Beatles round. This is multiple choice as well. Each of these movies, in each of these movies, Beatles music serves as a significant plot point, except which one? I'm looking for the odd one out here. Can't Buy Me Love, Yesterday, Norwegian Wood, or I Want to Hold Your Hand. So in all of these, except for one, Beatles music plays a central role in the story. Doesn't just appear in the not just a needle drop, is what I'm saying.
This one's another guess for me.
It was a good guess, Achilles.
Oh, okay.
And I don't mean that patronizingly. I mean, you got it right.
Okay.
It's the Patrick Dempsey joint from the 80s. Can't Buy Me Love. It's just that one's just they play the song at the end and they decided to name the whole movie after it. Yesterday is the Danny Boyle one where everyone forgets the Beatles. Norwegian Wood is a Japanese movie, and I Want to Hold Your Hand is actually Robert Zemeckis's first. I think it's his first movie about girls trying to get into a Beatles concert in the 60s. All right, number nine. In 1978, a Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band movie recontextualized Beatles tunes into a narrative and featured what real-life familial musical act as the titular band? Who played Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in the 1978 movie?
It's crazy that this project was made.
I know. It's
it's an insane, yeah.
It's a really weird movie. Wow. So far, only two teams have gotten it right. Achilles is one of them.
I swear I didn't know these questions coming in.
No, I try. Achilles, I try to give, because you're a team of one. That's why I like ask, or I try to play. I knew that you like the Beatles. I didn't have to ask you about that.
Well, I appreciate that.
So it's the one that Achilles got right. This is where it gets even more. It's the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees were in this movie. Also, Steve Martin's in this movie. It's really off the wall. And your final question of the Beatles round. Almost 30 years later, the similarly conceived musical film Across the Universe gave its characters names from Beatles songs like JoJo, Prudence, Sadie, Dr. Robert. And what male and female leads? You just have to name one. What are the names of the male or the female lead in this movie where they gave everybody names from Beatles songs?
I'm going to also guess for this, but because I don't think I've seen this movie, but maybe I'll finally get one wrong.
Yeah, this is the Julie Taymor.
Right.
Someone Flannel Panel got both of them in there.
Wow.
You get to name one. You could name two if you were feeling fancy. But couple people guessed they were trying to play me that it was Desmond, that I would put in an answer about with my son's name in there, but it's Jude or Lucy. Jude or Lucy. As in Hey Jude or Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. All right, so let's go into let's take a look at your standings. My goodness, we've got in the top three spots, we've got a tie for third between I've Never Seen a Movie and Sylvester Hearty Ham Bone Soup Stallone. Chris is in second place with 6 and leading the way. My goodness, I think this is a first, Achilles. Your guest tonight leading with a dominant start with 9 points is Achilles. Achilles heel. So I'm going to for any late players, I'm going to move the game into pregame mode for a second, so we can so let anybody join up if they're just joining at this website up here, tmq.the trivia list. So while we're seeing if anybody else wants to join the game, Achilles, tell us about the upcoming Audible series. Tell us about Hit Job.
Oh, so this is a Audible original scripted series. So it's basically like this like the scripted comedy series that you might know Eric Cunningham. He was like a UCB guy, maybe. Mm-hmm. He created it. It stars Keke Palmer and Pete Davidson. It takes place in kind of this high concept world where killing people is basically like a day job. So they work at this company and then they get swept up in this killing contest in the company. It's really fun. We got like an insane cast. Awesome. So yeah, Keke and Pete are the main people in it. But then we got like Tom Bergeron is in it. Brooke Shields is in it. I mean, so many other people, but it comes out in April. So look out for that.
Yeah, check that out. That's awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. So everybody check out To Kill. And you wrote it, you co-wrote it and co-directed it, or directed or just directed it?
I co-wrote and directed it.
Excellent. That's exciting. Yeah. That's really, I love scripted. I love scripted audio stuff. I think it's really exciting that's made a comeback. All right. So we are going to move now on to your second round of the night. The second round is your picture round. The way the picture round works is it's straightforward. I'm going to show you a picture and you give me the answer. So your picture round tonight is movie by athlete cameo. Movie by athlete cameo. So I'm going to show you a still of a movie that has an athlete in it. I need the name of the movie. The athlete could have been in a starring role. They could have just showed up for like 2 seconds for like a quick joke, but just name the movie. Okay, so don't name the athlete, name the movie. So there's your, hang on, let me add this. All right, starting off easy. Starting you off, dipping your toes into this one with this first image. And this is one where specificity, you don't need to be super specific. This is from a movie where this sequence really did not age well. This whole
I was just thinking that.
Horrifying. But it is the rest of the movie holds up well enough. It's Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Ace Ventura is also fine. I saw a couple people named Dan Marino, name check Dan Marino. That is Dan Marino, but I need the movie that Dan Marino is in. All right, here comes number 2. Name the movie. What is this movie?
LeBron James almost looks like thinner in this.
He does. Like maybe it was shot like off season and he wasn't like bulked up yet.
Yeah, maybe it's the hair too. His hair is like very.
It's very tight. All right, so hang on. There was just a weird somebody mangled the spelling to the point where the grading software couldn't catch it. But I know that you put the right answer. The correct answer is Trainwreck. This is Trainwreck. That's LeBron and Amy Schumer. He was very funny in it. He did a really good job. Held his own with a lot of comedians. All right, movie number 3. What movie is that? Should also be a fairly easy one. This movie has just kind of come up a lot in the game lately. It's not one of my favorites. I like it, but yeah, here was the spelling of but I knew what it said. I can't not take that.
Yeah, it's either Trainwreck or it's like a beautiful Welsh name.
Yeah. It's like a name that shows up in the credits of Doctor Who. All right. So this one, I think everybody who submitted, we got a couple teams who didn't submit, but everyone who submitted got it right. That's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Airplane. He's in Airplane as he's Roger, I think. All right. Movie number 4. What movie is that? Alex says I can't marry Airplane. I don't want to marry. I already said it's not one of my favorite movies. My categories lately have just sort of gravitated back towards Airplane for some reason. That one's correct. All right, excellent. So that's disgraced athlete, I guess. Lance Armstrong in Dodgeball. That's him at the end of Dodgeball.
It could have been Dodgeball. I put Wedding Crashers, but like I figured it could have been one of those two.
It's right in the same era.
Yeah.
Has Lance Armstrong? I don't know if his legacy has been revisited at all.
He had an ESPN documentary like roughly after the Michael Jordan documentary came out, but I think people were so like into the Michael Jordan documentary that
Lance got pushed to the side.
Yeah.
All right, here comes movie number 5. What is this one? This one's a little tougher. Got to look close. Here, I'll make it bigger so everyone can see. It's a tough one. I kind of expect this one to be a washout. It's hard.
I just put a joke answer in.
Joke answers are always very very welcome. Achilles put Chappie. So this one was tough. That's Ronda Rousey is the athlete, and she's holding down Turtle. That's Turtle from the. This is a scene in the Entourage movie. So, oh wait, somebody did get it. Pinky and the Brain got it. Pinky and the Brain remembers that that very specific scene in the Entourage movie.
Oh, huge Entourage heads.
Yeah, so one Entourage head in the crowd. All right, here comes number 6. Number 6. Oh, Pinky and the Brain, who got the Entourage one, got this one too. This was kind of a hard one. That is Achilles put Sex in the City. That is Sarah Jessica Parker back there, and that the athlete is Terry Bradshaw, the former Steelers. He's a QB, I think, right? Bradshaw. In the movie, I couldn't find a picture of him and Matthew McConaughey together, which would have helped nail this down. It's Failure to Launch. Failure to Launch is this movie.
I was really hoping this was from a scene from Sex and the City where she goes and visits her parents.
Her father, Terry Bradshaw.
Her father, Terry Bradshaw, and her mother, Kathy Bates.
Oh my God. They should do that. I mean, Terry Bradshaw, it's too perfect.
There's the pitch.
All right. Number 7, movie 7. What movie is this? I'll wait till I see it. There we go. That could be why they're rebooting Sex and the City. They're just doing it to get the Terry Bradshaw connection.
Mm-hmm. Get him in another movie. We need America wants more Terry in movies.
It's been too long. It's Terry time. The America has spoken, and it's Terry time. All right, this people did fall into the trap here of they knew roughly what movie it was, but it's not Shazam. Shazam is the service where you figure out what song is playing on your phone. The movie with Shaq is Kazam. Kazam is your answer. And I can't take Shazam, unfortunately, even though it's a famous Mandela effect one. Shazam versus Kazam. It's a Berenstain Bears kind of thing. All right, number 8. What movie is this? This is super specific. Not sure what to expect. Ooh, one team's got it. There's a good guess in here. Good guess of the other guys, which Jeter did show up in the other guys. Mark Wahlberg's character shot him in the leg. But this was off camera here. You can't see. It's that's the catchphrase Goose Fraba of Jack Nicholson's anger management. What is his job in it? He's like a consultant or whatever. They go to that's Jeter calming down Roger Clemens. All right, so movie number 9. What movie is this? There we go. Name the movie. Do you recognize the athlete, Achilles?
I believe that's Howie Long.
That is Howie Long. I feel like I can say say who the person is.
I feel like it's one of it's from the 90s.
Yeah,
like,
and
clearly,
and
right?
you put Face Off, which a lot of people did, and that's close because it's a John Woo movie. It's an American John Woo movie, but it's not Face Off. It's the other one from that era with Travolta. It's Broken Arrow.
Right. It's the
Zero
other one.
goose egg on this one. A stumper, an absolute
Wow.
stumper. All right, and your last question of your picture round, movie number 10. Here we go. Feel like a lot of people will get that. But no shame if you don't.
I think this is the title for it. But
you got it.
When they play each other, apparently like Ray Allen didn't know that Denzel Washington was going to try to beat him. He was like he was supposed to like
really?
win. Yeah. And then Denzel Washington like started to actually play, and Ray Allen got really mad and like started to actually play.
Yeah, I mean, he should still be able to take him. Even Denzel's ceiling is definitely got to be below Ray Allen. It's He Got Game. It's the Spike Lee movie. He Got Game. All right, so let's see how everybody is doing after 2 rounds at the midway point of the game. We got in third place with 11 points, Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts. In second place with 13 points is Chris, and in first place still, but it's close. It's close now. Achilles, you are in first place still. How you feel? You feeling good at the halfway point?
I'm feeling very good. I thought this would be I thought it would be way farther down.
You didn't know what to expect. Yeah.
I was just hoping for something in the middle, and this I've exceeded my expectations.
So you're playing with house money at this point.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So the next round is going to be your puzzle round. The third round is always your puzzle round. For this game tonight, I am bringing back one I've done before called Roman numeral replacement. So you might want a pen and paper for this if you got it, or like a Word document where you can scratch things out. So the way this is going to work is each puzzle will consist of numbers and blank spaces. If you replace the numbers with their Roman numeral equivalents, so like if I say 5, you see it would be a V, right? 10, etc. I don't want to give too many away because know your Roman numerals, translate the numbers into Roman numerals, and then use that to fill in the blanks. So for example, and this one has a theme. And I'll give you the example. If I gave you the first word, 1,000 blank blank 5 blank 50, new word. And in this, if you see parentheses, that means that indicates a separate word. Second word, 100 blank 1001 100 blank. It's hard to see. It's hard to imagine it without it in front of you. I know, but it spells out your theme, which is Marvel Comics. That's what I posted on Instagram today. Marvel Comics. So it's going to be all Marvel movies. It might be a title. It might be a character or an actor from a Marvel movie. It could be an MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Could be X-Men. Could be any Marvel movie that's been made of any stripe. Okay, so I'm starting you off with an easy one here so everybody can get used to it. Your word, it's a single word. See the parentheses there? It's 5 blank 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 1,000, and your hint is Tom Hardy. I will give you hints for all of these as well. Mike says, "What is this, school?" It is school.
This is kind of what school looks like a little bit these days, right?
Yeah, it is. Remote school should have more production value.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty much almost everybody got it right. 5 is V. 1,000 is M. So, and Tom Hardy played Venom. All right. Question number 2. 2 words. It's 2 words. First word, 100 blank 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 50 blank blank 10 blank 6 blank blank, and your hint is Westchester School. Give you 40 seconds for these ones because they involve it's a little longer clock for these. And remember, you can, even if you're not sure of one, maybe write it down, because it can help you decode the later ones. If you're a little iffy on Roman numerals, you can keep learning as you go. Okay. Remember,
I'm just winging these Roman numerals.
Just giving it a shot. Remember, to reiterate, this could be a title, a character, or an actor. This one is a character. It's Charles Xavier. Charles Xavier. All right. So you got C, and then the L is in there. All right. Question number 3. Your 2 words, 6 blank is your first word. Second word, 501 blank 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 50. And your hint is I am Groot. 6 blank. And then second word, 501 blank 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 50. Your hint is
this is a good clue.
You got there by the clue?
I got there.
Seems like looking good. A lot of teams are getting there as well. Nicely done. 10 seconds left. I think most people have put their answers in. All right, so 6 is VI is how you do 6, and the leftover blank is an N, because I am Groot. Groot is voiced by Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel. D is 500. 501 is DI. Vin Diesel. All right, question number 4. This one is long. This one is 4 words. First word, 100 blank 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 blank. I have to count them myself. 1 blank. Second word, blank 1000 blank blank 1 100 blank colon. Third word, 104 150 blank blank blank. Hint is hero versus hero. And I will say, if I have 4 words like I have here, I need 4 words to give you the point. I need all 4 words. Right about at the halfway mark of your timer here. Most teams are getting it right. Did you get it, Achilles? Or did you skip?
I don't know if I got it. I mean, I typed something in.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
Oh, I did. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So 100 is C. So C showed up a couple times in there. So it is Captain America Civil War. Captain America Civil War. CIV is 104. So civil is made entirely. The word civil is made entirely out of Roman numerals. All right. Question number 5. This one, I shouldn't have given 40 seconds for this one. I'm going to start the timer now. This is one word, 500 blank 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 500 blank 650. And your clue is Matt Murdock. Achilles, so far you're holding on to that lead. You got a very tight game up top.
Very tight.
This is good. It's an exciting one. Are you a Marvel fan, Achilles? I feel like you would be based on your other tastes.
No, I am. But weirdly, I haven't seen the Spider-Man movies.
Like none of them, or the
Tom Holland ones I haven't seen. Not that I don't want to. I just miss them in the theaters, and then they're not on Disney Plus.
No, because of the Sony deal.
Right.
So Matt Murdock, if you see D showing up a couple times in there, that is Daredevil. Deadpool was a good guess. Someone guessed Deadpool. It's got 2 D's, but they don't line up with that puzzle. All right, question number 6. Blank 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 is your first word. 1 blank 100 blank blank 501 blank 50 blank. This is too much to read. You can read it. It's more of a visual thing. It's an impediment for me to read it out loud. It makes everyone insane. But your hint is recast after one movie. Recast after one movie. Yep, I've got 5 teams have gotten it right so far. 8 teams, 9 teams. It's pouring in. See, yeah, this is the kind of round where, like, as it goes on, you start to you can pick out letters a little more easily.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it was recast after one movie. It was hang on one sec. The role that was recast, or the actor that was recast, I should say, is Edward Norton, replaced by Mark Ruffalo. But Edward Norton played Bruce Banner in the first Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk is your answer. Question number 7. You've got 2 words. It's 500 blank 100 blank blank blank. Second word 500 blank blank 1000, and your hint is Latvian villain. Ford says I should marry this round. I'm married already. I can't marry rounds or movies. Please respect my privacy. All right. So far, everybody who submitted has gotten it right. This is a round. This is a puzzle category that always seems harder on the surface, I think, than it is. Everyone's doing great, though. Everyone's doing a really good job. All right. So 500 is D. Your first word is doctor, and it's Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, the metal-faced, or he's not metal-faced. He wears a metal mask. Number 8, question number 8. 2 words, blank, blank, 1000. Second word, blank, blank, 50, 50, blank, blank, 500. And your hint is homecoming.
Oh. I think I got it.
Everybody who submitted got it right. Yeah, you actually you name checked. Yeah, I'm sorry, Achilles. I went silent there for a second. Yeah, somebody an honest mistake. Someone was putting their answers in the chat. So I think it's too late to join. You know what? I'll put the game. If somebody wants to join the game for the final round, I'll put it into sign up mode before the final round. Don't put the answers in the chat. Just head to this website and you can sign up between rounds 3 and 4. So your answer for this one, Achilles, you mentioned his name just a little while ago. It is Tom Holland. Tom Holland, the actor who plays Spider-Man. All right. Question number 9. It's one word, and your numbers are 1000 blank 11 1000 blank blank blank, and your clue is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I guess I could say this because this doesn't give away the answer. Have you seen WandaVision, Achilles?
Yes, I have.
What do you think so far?
I like it. I think it's interesting. I appreciate that, like, they're doing kind of weirder stuff.
I know. I like the weirder
stuff.
I think my only gripe so far, and I feel like this wouldn't be a problem. I'm a fan of week to week release model. as opposed to
Me
a
too.
full season dump. I think that if you dump the full season, people binge it and then move on, and you don't remember anything. But it's like it's just living in the sitcom conventions too much. It's starting to break away from that. And episode 3 was the last one that aired as of our broadcast today. All right. So this is the last name of Wanda and Pietro. Maximoff. A couple teams were close on this one, but it's Maximoff. All right. Question number 10, your final puzzle of tonight. It's one word, blank, apostrophe, 100, blank, blank, 50, 50, blank. And your hint is Warrior King.
I also read a lot of comic books when I was a kid, so I think this is
that helps.
This is helping me out a lot.
Were you more Marvel or more DC?
I feel like when I was really young, it was like more like DC stuff. Like when I was growing up in the Philippines, but then when I got older, it was like more Marvel stuff. Weirdly,
yeah, I feel that way too. I feel like when you're younger, like the badass nature of Batman is like or like when you're like 12 maybe like that's like the DC characters are more fun, but then I don't know, as you get older the Marvel characters have because so many Marvel characters are like just like working class, just like have jobs and stuff, which I think you appreciate as you get older. So the Warrior King, one team, I think it was Alex actually spelled it T'Challa as
he's Jewish, actually. He's a Jewish warrior king.
It's T'Challa. T'Challa. The T'Challa. I took it anyway. All right, so I'm gonna let's look at our scores before we I'll put it into the sign up mode so that the team that wanted to join late can play. In third place with 20 points, we got Chris. In second place with 21, we got Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts, and still in first place. You could be our first guest winner ever, Achilles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. It hasn't happened yet because it's always like one person playing by themselves. So let me whoever, if that person wanted to join, if they want to head to the website and sign up, I'll give you a second. While I do that, I will describe the final round of the night. So this last round is going to be, it's all multiple choice. Which is a rarity for me. I don't usually do a ton of multiple choice, but this last round is called Two Truths and a Lie, like the game, Two Truths and a Lie. So I'm going to give you like a topic, and then I'll give you two things that are true, they apply to that topic, and one that's false, one that doesn't apply. So if I said the original, the 3 movies in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I said Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and The Hobbit, Hobbit's the lie. That's not accurate. So the Hobbit, the false one, the incorrect one, is the right answer. All right. So you're looking for the right answer is a wrong answer, if that makes any sense. Two truths and a lie is your final round. It's all multiple choice. So you don't have to pull things out of thin air. All right. Here we go. Your first question, two truths and a lie. Hard for me to say. I shouldn't have written it. Steven Spielberg movies in the all-time box office top 10, adjusted for inflation, not the raw numbers, but the adjusted for inflation. Which one of these is not? Which Steven Spielberg movie is not in the all-time top 10? Adjusted for inflation, which I actually think is I've come to view that as like the more accurate box office gauge, because movies, like tickets cost like $18 now.
Yeah, plus with like IMAX and like 4D and like all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just layered on top of it, but like pure numbers. So believe it or not, it is not Indiana Jones. Good job. 50% of people who submitted got it right. Ford is giving me tips on how to. He's telling me how to do my job. All right, it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. E.T. and Jaws are. E.T. was like number 1 for years. I think until Jurassic Park, actually. All right. Question number 2. Women who have earned Best Director Oscar nominations. Penny Marshall, Greta Gerwig, or Sofia Coppola. Which of them has not? Who is the one that does not fit in the category? So far, a lot of people are getting it right. Yeah. Hang on. Here comes Alex. Alex is dropping truth. Chris hates being told what to do. No one knows that better than her. All right. The one I actually I had a question about this a few weeks ago. So if you gleaned any knowledge from that one, you would know it was Penny Marshall. She has not been nominated. Greta Gerwig and Sofia Coppola both have. All right, number 3. Real life musicians that Gary Oldman has played. Real life musicians that Gary Oldman has played. Which of these has he not played?
This one I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's they're some of these are going to get a little harder. That's why I put this last. Yeah, the timer is fast because it's a multiple choice. All right, he played Sid Vicious in Sid and Nancy. He played Beethoven in Immortal Beloved, but he never played Bob Dylan. Oh, Bob Diane. There is no Bob Diane. I did misspell it. Bob Diane isn't real. You tell that to Bob Diane. He'll take umbrage with that. All right. Question number 4. Movies directed by Bong Joon-ho. Movies directed by Bong Joon-ho. This one is everyone's doing strongly with this one. All right. He directed Parasite. He won the Oscar last year, and he directed Snowpiercer a couple of years ago. He did not direct Oldboy. That was Chan-wook Park, or Park Chan-wook. All right. Number 5. Animated features nominated for the main Best Picture Oscar. Animated features that have been nominated for the main Best Picture Oscar. We've got Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story 3, and Spirited Away. There have been 3. Only 3 have made the jump. But Spirited Away is not one of them. The third one was Up. Up was the actual last one. Spirited Away is your lie. Spirited Away is your inaccurate answer. Number 6.
These are getting tricky. They're getting
tricky. And this one, let's see, Achilles. This one I threw in there. I'm throwing this one your way. Planets visited in Star Wars episodes 1 through 9. Got Crate, Altair 4, and Bespin. Planets visited in Star Wars episode 1 through 9. Yeah, the trick in the last one too is that Spirited Away did win Best Animated Feature, but was not nominated for the main one. Did you get this one right, Achilles? You did.
I think I did.
So Bespin is the Cloud City in Empire, is where the Cloud City is in Empire Strikes Back. Crate is the Salt Planet in Last Jedi. Altair 4 is not even a Star Wars planet. It's a Star Trek planet. And also for the movie Forbidden Planet, the old sci-fi movie. It's 38% on that one. All right. Question number 7. Planet of the Apes sequels. Actual Planet of the Apes sequels. Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Beyond the Planet of the Apes, or Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Beyond the Planet of the Apes, or Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
I feel like they've made so many Planet of the Apes movies that any of these could be good. Yeah.
Well, there's what I was thinking. Let me see how the breakdown is, because I was thinking it might trip people up, because there's a Battle for the Planet of the Apes and a War for the Planet of the Apes, which is like the last Andy Serkis one. But Beyond the Planet of the Apes is not a thing at all. It's a fake. It's a fake one completely. You got it right, Achilles. Yeah. Oh, you're still in first place. Wow, coming down to the wire.
Holding on.
I'm holding on. Bonus question though, a big bonus question. So we'll see.
Okay.
All right. Your 8th question. Countries James Bond visits in Casino Royale, the 2006 Casino Royale. Monaco, Madagascar, or Montenegro? Monaco, Madagascar, or Montenegro?
I remember that movie being good, but I don't remember.
It's very good. It's excellent. And this one tripped a lot of people up because you probably think that it's a casino movie. He goes to Monaco, but he doesn't. The opening scene where he's doing the parkour with the guy, that's in Madagascar, and the casino is in Montenegro. So your answer is Monaco. That's the fake one. That's the fake. All right, number 9, your penultimate regular question. Documentaries directed by Spike Lee. Your movies are Get on the Bus, 4 Little Girls, or The Central Park 5. Which one was not direct? Which of these documentaries was not directed by Spike Lee? All right. This movie was actually directed by Ken Burns, and it's The Central Park 5. It's The Central Park 5. But Spike Lee's actually made a fair amount of documentaries and also like a couple concert films. And number 10, your number 40 of the whole game, your last regular question. Animated movies featuring the voice of Reese Witherspoon. You've got Monsters vs. Aliens, Kung Fu Panda, or Sing. Which of these movies did not feature Reese Witherspoon? A lot of people getting it right. A lot of people remembering these animated films.
I've only seen one of these movies.
The Monsters vs. Aliens is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Kung Fu Panda's fine, and Sing. I think I had to turn Sing off. It wasn't Kung Fu Panda. She was not in Kung Fu Panda. Everybody, not everybody, but 62% of everybody who submitted got it right. So let's take a look at your scores as we head into the final bonus question of the night. It's very, very close. In your top tiers, we've got in 3rd place, Chris with 28 points. In 2nd place with 29, Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts. But holding on to the lead, our guest, Achilles, he's got the lead. But that brings us to our final question of the night, which is our big bonus. Anybody can be in the game still, because if you get this bonus question right, it's worth 5 points. If you get it wrong, it's a gamble, though. If you get it wrong, you lose 5 points. You can stand pat and just skip the question and lose no points, gain no points. So if you don't feel confident, you can stand pat, or you can risk it, get 5 points, or lose 5 points. You get 15 seconds on the timer after I read the question. All right, here we go. It's going to call back to a couple other. I always like to write a bonus that calls back, ties a couple rounds together. So here we go. Your bonus question. What Marvel Comics title, which the MCU will be giving yet another big screen reboot in the near future, featured a team up with the Beatles in a 1965 issue? What Marvel Comics title, which the MCU will be giving another big screen reboot in the near future, featured a team up with the Beatles in a 1965 issue? Let's see. Only a couple teams played. They got it right. Your answer. So you've got the Fab Four, and they met up with the Fantastic Four. They met up with the Fantastic Four. So, oh my goodness. Let's look at our scores for tonight. We've got in 3rd place. Let's look at the point values here. The point values we've got in 4th place, because it was really close. We've got with 28 points, Chris tied for 2nd, jumping into 2nd place. We got Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts held on to 2nd, and Flannel Panel jumped into 2nd with 29 points and holding. This is history for the movie quiz. Yes. Your winner for the night, taking it home himself, was is Achilles. Achilles, you won the game. How do you feel?
Yes. I feel really good. I feel like the Beatles round, after that I just coasted on that energy.
You used that energy, that mojo from that. So
but I didn't know this last question.
No, it was tough. The
That was a
last
tricky
one's
one.
always going to be like very tough. That's the trick. It's like, because it's worth 5 points, it's going to be tougher and quick. So congratulations, Achilles. Nicely done. I hope you'll either come back and play as a player or a guest again sometime.
Yeah, of course. This was so much fun.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much. So everybody check out Hit Job on Audible when you said April, right? April it's going to drop?
Yep, April of this year.
All right, excellent. So thank you to Achilles Stamatelaky. Yeah, no, I know. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much. Before I wrap up here, I just want to point out that they were a player on the game. They were a guest. They were also on the dominant team. Chris, Jane Schoenbrunn, a regular on the game, has their first directorial feature coming out. It's hitting Sundance this weekend. It's called We're All Going to the World's Fair, and you can check it out. It's screening as part of Sundance Saturday, January 31st, this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can go to the website, the Sundance website, and buy tickets. It looked like, Jane, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but it looked like there's also another screening the following morning. So check that out. We're all going to the World's Fair. Check it out. Support one of the trivia, the movie quiz's own. So thank you, everybody. The movie quiz is a part of the Trivia List network of games. Follow the Trivia List on Instagram for more info on other games. All questions are written by me, Chris Mann Nelson. I hope you had fun with that. Follow me on Instagram here. Please throw a couple bucks in the donations if you can. If not, no problem. Otherwise, come back and play. Let people know about the game. We want more teams playing. We want to build this out, build out the community, and have fun with a big stable of teams. Our intro sequence was animated by Michael Antonucci. The music was by me. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe. Watch some movies. And I will see you back here next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Enjoy, everybody.